Hi guys. Um, just going to do a tarot spread from the usual tarot I normally use for August. Before I move on with that though, we should be soon. I still didn't see anything that was relevant to last month's spread, even though I did two different like readings to try and pin down what was defensive. I just don't know because maybe so. Just that's too broad of a question. Like looking at a worldwide thing, so maybe it was just more local. But even like thinking like local, I can't even think of anything. Um, so I just want to note that like even from like last month didn't seem to really go anywhere. So like if you're going to continue watching, you've got to understand like I am a beginner. I'm just trying to learn. I'm just using the video to express it. Um, if you want to like chime in on comments, you're always welcome, but you don't have to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the cards and spread them out, not on video, so it's just over and done with quick, and you could just see it all spread out. If you guys want to chime in to want to see that, like next time I do a spread with any of my cards, just let me know. But nobody's ever complained one or either way, so I'm just going to do it this way. Right, guys, welcome back. So we're doing a 7-card spread, and I'm starting here. Normally it would look like that, but it's just off screen, so I've just put them like that so they're on screen. And I might do it a bit different to how you guys are used to doing this. So number 1 is the past, the present, the near future, the mindset, other people's attitudes, obstacles over here, and the anticipated outcome down there. Just so you know, like what's going on here. It's not a skill reading. Like some read it as like negative to positive. I'm doing it just a different way. Oops. Sorry, guys. So past. I'll have to straighten my camera out a little bit. That was my bad. So we have the King of Swords. It's a King of Artemis in here, but swords. So here we have like a king who's like setting down rules, setting down like policies, things like that. You could look at it like dictatorship. It's his way or no other way. Quite ruthless in that sense. Sorry. But the things he does appear like organized in his mind in any way, and to those who support him and stuff like that. So like, because it's like a sword word, which is like words, and written things also, like things are in writing. Like the pen is mightier than the sword in a sense. The thing is, like with like pen and paper, like things look plausible when they're wrote down on paper, but when it comes to like the natural world and all that, it's not appropriate. It didn't really kind of work like that as such. It shows the fireflies outside to like sort of like show like that this could be like caught off guard. Like there's diamonds in the window, which to me, like diamonds always like emotional. It's like the sacral chakra. I'm always used to it seen as a diamond, so I've always like connected it with that. So like fireflies and emotion, daydreaming, whimsy, whisked away, like wishful thinking type of thing. So it's like why like the pen on paper, even though it looks good, it's not always applicable. So somewhere in the past, some like kind of ruthless things have been like set in motion. into the present, we go to the Holly King, which is the Hermit. Um, this card depicts more like an old man, and you can't really see it, but like this little kid in the window out there, and it's like one and the same type of thing. So the child is him as well. So he's just like looking back on a old haunt of himself in a sense, as a child from an old man, if you like. But there's also like sort of like they are two separate beings as well. So the kid is looking at the old man in wonder. Like this is like depicted in this way, like I don't really want to say Santa because it's not really like that. But like a man who's bringing his presents, but he's not bringing any toys or anything like that. It's just his own presence, his being, his knowledge. And the kid's in wonder, because he always has a strange tale to tell. But here he's actually leaving the house, so the kid's longing for that to come back. So it also like has that side of it to it, and it's winter. Things are like sort of in the dead of night, cold, but also like you could see like the house is warm. He's got hold of a fire. He's got the light. He's got his own warmth also. So it's like a brutally negative card in a sense. It's like that seeking hidden knowledge, but like the child is getting that hidden knowledge because it's like you can imagine like the child's the one with the wonder, and the old wise man's the one who's got all the stories. It's just like not to the normal hermit card. It's not really secluded like it is on the normal hermit card. Here also like the house is depicted. So you could see like a little triangle up here, which is like on the attic, which like symbolizes to me like the mental solar plexus chakra point. So like a higher mind in a sense. So maybe it's like from a past there, like just from them two cards, like could be like saying like things to appear to be written down from like wisdom, but we'll see how it goes because it might be. The King of Swords always isn't a negative card, really. Sorry if my voice has got a bit funny now, it's just turning. So we have the Five of Cups next. So here she's like pouring water on plants. She's nurturing the grounds that she walks upon, the grounds that she is familiar with. She's being watched by her hair, which is usually like indicating like fairy. The elements are watching you, okay, and as you like take care and tend to them. She's like working away to sort of giving something back to nature here. I'm just going to double check on this card, so I'll be straight back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to like double check my book. And I kind of was reading it wrong. It doesn't look like anything of what it says in the book. So in the book, it's saying like she is pouring out her emotion as if she's like crying. She's lost something. She has regrets. Partial losses, difficulty with legacy, stressful relationship, dwelling upon past upsets, ignoring present bounty, and if it was reversed, it'd be difficulties to overcome, changing lifestyle, sharing abundance, new alliances, and a hopeful outlook. Did I read this wrong? I might have read it wrong, I've got to just double check again. I did not. I haven't read it wrong. So this card here in this position here is the near future. So very soon because we're already in August, so it could have already happened as well, but it could be happening soon, like within the week. Some emotional, like sort of upset, like cry out, will be heard. Something that's been like put in place, like could be like just for example, like these cards here up to this point could be like say like a data center gets hit, so it's like the government and the kings and the corporation and all that side of things, because it's like their wonder, their magic, and they're upset as well. Just for an example, I'm not saying that's what it is, but just for an example, so you get the like plot of where it's going up to now. And then we have the Four of Artemis, which is like meaning like the work's done. It's time to rest and contemplate everything that's like happened. And this is strange because it's in the mindset. So I'm not really sure which side this is coming from. So if it's like coming from this side of things, maybe it's because it hasn't got here yet. Yet there's still like, let's say, for an example, playing out. So think from these two cards here that everything's been set in place, the wonderment, the magic, nothing can go wrong. It's laying there to rest in the mindset, but this is yet to happen. Something weird, emotional. It might not be just government, it could be on the people as well. Trying to think of an example if it was like the people side, so like more like censorship restrictions, like we can't get our words out. Ploys to make like our words look like as if they're racist, like as if we're inciting terrorism and things like that. Like which could be like, say if we're just talking about like. I'm just talking about the tarot cards here, for example, or the Norse runes or astrology. Like these things have been witch hunted before in society. It could easily go that way again. It could be our cry out, in a sense. Just look at both sides for just an example. Not saying that's what it is yet, because we haven't read them all, but then we got the moon, which is like a weird thing because it's other people's attitudes in this position. So to other people, it's like a dream. Something's just not quite real. It's an illusion. Seeing things that could stir people into a frenzy as well, make them a bit mad. Make them a bit feral. I don't know if it's going to go that far, but that like all that kind of in there, like the wild dogs on the original card, even though they're not depicted here, is kind of there. That wildness, just depicted through nature, which doesn't really give a good example of it. So be straight back. I've got to have to check on the King of Wands. Okay, guys, sorry about that. So this is in an obstacle position. So this is an obstacle, and it's like counsel, normally like good counsel, good wisdom. Like a sort of inner fire. I keep forgetting to bring them up so you could see it, kind of thing. So learn to be able to ideas to fruition, to bring ideas to fruition, good counsel, good relations, spiritual attainment, education, refined, respected teacher, well pursued, living ideal of truth and enlightenment and cooperation. And in reverse, it is dogmatic, critical, thoughtless actions, difficult deliberations. kind of saying it like the whole thing kind of like made the negative and whatever's going to go on, like an emotional bankruptcy in a sense I'm seeing now. So it's like change it because I'm getting further on in the pack. So we'll just finish off without trying to say too much. So the Lovers being the last card, and this is the anticipated outcome. So it's like the merger of two things, whether that be like say like like the big cooperation machine wanting to merge with the people, like digital ID, for example, to cooperate more on the like might be a big AI push, things like that. It could be all sorts of different policies. Really, just like list off a couple of examples. I've just stretched my legs. My legs have gone all pins and needles. Just really having a good think about it. Trying to read which side it's actually coming from. So I'm thinking like it is an authoritative side rather than our side, like the social side. So this is like an authoritative thing that's going to happen in August. So they've got something set in motion, some new rules, some new policies that they're using magic, like inner magic, to bring them to fruition. Something's going to go wrong, but they don't know that yet. So they've already like become idle on it and just letting it go, so they're not really putting the true magic in it, because you would have to go throughout the whole of August doing this, not just like sit back and go idle, which won't work because of this card here being like the near future. But they've already put themselves like here in a sense, so they're like jumping ahead in a sense. That's what I'm seeing. And then they'll have the emotional outcry and maybe prove this causality when they're having this like sort of uproar. This is causing this upon our attitudes towards it. Like oh, we must be dreaming that we're hearing this. This can't be true. None of this makes sense. It's all like, it's just like every month that's been going on in a sense. Like every month's been like chaos in a way when you look at like policies or corporations, what they're trying to do to the world. So that doesn't look like it's going to change, but it's still going to be like something kind of bizarre. Something we may not have seen or thought of that they were going to try and do to us, but it hasn't pulled off in a sense. And then like the after effect, I think, like even though because it's like an obstacle, so I think it has to be an after effect that there's like it might come on the news like trying to cancel people, or you have to go ahead with this. So it could be like say like digital ID again, or a new policy like you have to accept that our country has cultural differences, because there's this big fight to try and bring our own culture back into our own country, type of thing. These are two major things at the moment, like digital ID and like trying to fight for our culture back. The two main things I'm seeing at the moment, like in the real world, but could still be something completely outside of all that we haven't seen before, because of the moon card as well being a bit bizarre. But that these two cards here, like the council, they'll be pretty much demanding that like we marry up with whatever it is, which probably leaning more towards a digital ID or talks of it being like secretly implemented in some way or form. Like thing is, it's really strange to say that, because like this age verification, it's already been seen for what it is, and people are already getting around it so they don't have to do it, like use online age verification, which is like the hidden digital ID. So to see it like this, it's like almost like 4 or 5 months too late type of thing. I don't understand it if that's what it actually is. Which makes me think that it probably isn't, but I can't think of anything else that would have such an impact upon us that would create like such a commotion here. And it has to be cancelled. That's why I'm thinking that this is more of a commotion, because something else has to come in, because there's been like a obstruction. To us more than likely, you know, like because it's in the obstacle position, not obstacle, obstacle. So it's an obstacle to us. Something we have to overcome, or they have to overcome. So looking at it both ways, with him being like given counsel. That's why I keep thinking like the moon's like stirred up something that's like an illusion. It's a dream, which points me towards like something chaotic is got to be said, which makes me think it's creating a commotion also. Then they want to marry us up to it. And because of this card here as well, like that shows like there's emotion being poured out, which could be from both sides, them and us, in a sense. Really tricky, so we'll watch out for it and see what it is, and I might like have a look back at it like halfway through the month using a different format of whatever will come up then, whether it be oracle cards, runes, or whatever, just to see if there's any more clarity on it. I'll be right back, guys. I will pause one more time before the video is finished. I'm going to pull a clarity card on it now, just to see if it does say anything, or if it can just give us a hint of like what exactly are we looking at here. So I'm using the Magic of You Oracle for this, and when you're going to pull one card, guys, to try and give us a clarity on this. So I'll be right back. Right, guys, sorry, but I had to actually pull 3 here. So we've got Tangibility, Make Your Dreams Real, which was the first card I pulled, and I thought I can't just go off that. So I ended up pulling number 2 anyway. Then we have Oriander, Honor Your Mystical Creative Force. And we have Ubuntu, Compassion for Others. So I'm thinking like maybe like I say, like they're going to use some kind of magic to try and push something on people, and I think we're going to counteract it straight away here. So something that maybe is going on with the moon card that may be in our favour here. This month, there is a solar eclipse with the moon this month as well, on the 12th of August over towards the UK. Well, it's just off the west coast of Ireland, but we do get a partial solar eclipse over here, which might be worth noting or not. I'm just thinking with these 3 cards, like Make Your Dreams Real, which is indicated towards the moon card, Honor Your Mystical Creative Force, which also goes like more towards the moon card. So this is why I'm saying this, like moon card in our favour here. Compassionate for others, which may be our magic to counteract whatever this King of Swords has done back here, to like bring in like, you know, like our sovereign rights, you know. Something's just gone funny there. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry about this, we're just going to go on a little bit longer. Okay, guys, I thought it was a good idea to pull from this the Call of the Morrigan and I've only done one card this time, just to see what that sovereignty is. This is a good set of cards to find out what, like, if you're looking at things like sovereignty, battle within, things like that, you know, sovereignty is a big aspect of it anyway. So here we have like Lufale, Layfail, maybe you pronounce it. So here we have a queen, like she's got a rulership neck bracelet there, but she's got it off. She's got the ability to see omens and things like that, you know, like she's well connected here to seeing out of her own self, so she can see others around her, and she's like a queen in a sense. She looks after, so she's like got all the foods and that, so she can look after the community. So this card like indicates to look after the community with your own like sort of fruits, because somebody's going to be suffering, but you're going to maybe have plentiful or work a way around something where someone may be struggling. So when I'm seeing this card, maybe they're like cutting things down in the supermarkets, let's say foods, because it's like a bit aspect of like sort of harvest in a sense, this card as well. So I'm thinking now like maybe it's just like, it could be like poison foods, people want to get into the healthy way of eating, so it could be that. So people just want to come away from the supermarkets in any way, come away from fast foods in any way, or they're going to make that scarce, and then like tell people that they have to eat less. Yeah, you could still just go out and forage, you know. So this last card like said to us, teach people how to forage, if that be the case. You know, because it's all about teaching others, working with the community, seeing how the community operates around you, and then using your wits to, you know, so everyone's like got plenty in a sense. So I'm thinking that's what it is, guys. You know, now I've got this last card, or it couldn't really pin it down to that point. So I'm thinking it's indicating something with the food. So it's either people are just getting sick of the crap they're putting in foods, and they just come out like vast numbers in August. The media somehow picks up on it and then tries to cancel people that these things are like put on YouTube or Rumble or BitChute or whatever, just like sort of bogus claims, and you should just eat, because it's their corporation, so they have to protect it. And you have they'll probably come out with stuff like you have no right to go out and gather stuff because it's the king's land in a sense. Like, you know, like for example, but it's not, it's all public land really, so you just go out and do it in anyway. So like could even be things like hunting as well, you know, for your meats and all that. Working with the farmers to get meats from the farmer instead of going to the butchers now, you know, because you don't know what the process is. So you just got to do the hard way in a sense. Things might be a bit hard, like doing it this way, but it's more beneficial in the long run because whatever they're doing is not beneficial at all. If they're making like food scarce, they're like, say, could even go to the point of closing down small supermarkets, small shops and villages, which leave a lot of people stranded because a lot of people in villages don't have cars, and there's no buses anymore in the little villages here. Really, you can't really go on a bus to the closest village, like say every 2 hours. So you go there and you have to spend 2 hours there, and then you have to be back within that 2 hours. It's not really applicable in a sense. Some of them are even more scarcer than that as well. I know there's one bus like near me to a village that's only 12 minutes down the road, and there's only one bus there a day. It's just stupid. Like you go there and then you're stuck there because there is no bus back, because the bus that you're getting is the bus back also, so you can't even spend any time. It's like kind of stupid like that out here. So you got to rely on taxis and things like that if you don't have a car. But there's multiple ways they could challenge us on that by cutting and your bank accounts and all that crap that they tried to pull before. I'm not sure how far that could go. Could be just taking things off the shelves, making food scarce, and then it's just a matter of making sure everyone's got plentiful. Show them what's out there that you can eat. There'll be things out there in nature so you can sort of forage, gather even at this time of the year, or even work with the farmers in a sense to make sure you get plenty. It could be a good time, a good turning point for us, because if we start learning that we can rely on each other, it's going to benefit the farmers and the community in any way, and seeing and learning from that benefit, we could make our assets scarce to them once and for all, so they don't get our digital IDs and all that. So that's what I'm seeing there, guys, just to finish it off. So hope you enjoyed that, and hope you didn't mind the pausing and the extra cards, but I just wanted to see some clarity because I couldn't define what it actually was getting at. I should have maybe done this last month, but I didn't think at the time, so... Right, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll catch you later.